I'm going to try to make a metal song using only my voice in Suno Studio because I like to experiment. So if you like this, let me know. I want to start off with the guitar because it's metal. Let's go to the BPM, select manual BPM and change it to 170. And to record, I'm going to go to input and select my microphone. I'm going to arm it for recording, and then I'm going to select this button at the bottom to make sure that the metronome is engaged. So I'm going to highlight that, change this to cover. Let's go to guitar, and I'm going to open up my Suno GPT, which is completely free. You can get it in the link in the description. I'm just going to tell it, give me a prompt for chuggy thrash guitar, guitar only, 170 BPM. And we're just going to use default settings just to see how it does. All right, let's check it out. Not exactly what I did, but that was fire. Let's open up the take lanes and see if another take did better. Okay, I like this one better. Just to make this really easy, I'm going to click and drag this to a new track and then get rid of this one. So that way we don't get confused with all the take lane stuff. Control D to duplicate that, and let's just loop it 4 times. Now let's add a track. Let's record some drums. Whew, okay, that was that was difficult. I cannot get that on beat, and I don't know if that's Suno or if that's me. So I'm just gonna select all this and cover it and hope for the best. We'll select drums and we'll do thrash metal drums, drums only. We're gonna put the style influence up to 70, the audio influence to 50, and in exclude styles I have guitar, bass, vocals. So hopefully it just does drums. Okay, that sounded great, but it added guitar. I have an idea. We'll just click this and then we'll go over here, extract stems, and just get all detected stems. There we go. Let's increase the volume a bit, and I'm gonna go to the EQ, and I'm just gonna give it a little boost in the high end and also in the low end, because usually this is how I would EQ a kick, but since we can't do each individual drum, this is a close second, and I'll take out a little bit of the mids too. Okay, hell yeah, we're getting there, we're getting there. Now check this out. We're gonna open this, go to drums again, we're gonna do another cover. Everything the same, except we're gonna turn the audio influence up to 70. Because it's a stem, it has those like poor quality AI stem artifacts in it, but if we cover it, it should do the same exact drum beat, but just sound higher quality now. It seems like it's just one beat off. Beat off. So let's drag it over one. So now let's click and do Control E to split, and then let's duplicate and then get this on beat. All right, so let's click our drum track again where we got the stems from, because it did get bass guitar. So let's see how that sounds together. Okay, so now I'm going to go to export and export this as a full song. So now we kind of have like a template to work from. Now let's go back to the create tab and let's do a cover of this. So it does everything that we just did, but it makes it sound nice and juicy. For styles, let's literally just put thrash metal, because I really don't want it to change much. I want it to stay roughly the same if possible. Audio influence to 60. I'm gonna keep the style influence the same and turn weirdness to 0. Hell yeah, let's bring that thing back into studio. And now it's going to work a lot better because we have a full song for Suno to get context from. And I'm already hearing some shit in my head, like whenever everything breaks right here, I want to do like a guitar solo. And I've never tried to sing a guitar solo before, so hopefully this goes well. I don't know. I feel oddly proud of that. Guitar solo, slides, pinch harmonics, high amp gain, only guitar. Audio influence to 40 and bring style influence up to 70. Let's hear what we got. That's fucking crazy. Oh my god, listen to it soloed. But the most impressive thing to me is that, listen to how I did it. Let's go to the original. I went, pew, pew. Now let's record some vocals.
I tried to find the bacon. I ate a lot of bacon. My phone is in my bloodstream. I've got the blood to go and whoa. You never say this word.
Okay, so now let's select this, and we can actually go to the side panel here, and we can just copy the lyrics over so we don't have to do it verbatim. Even though, I mean, I don't know if it's lyrics, but this is what Suno interpreted it as, and that works for me. And we can also just copy the style also, because why not? I don't know why it brought it all the way over here, so let's drag that up. Alright, so for this part, I want to do like a little talk thing, just because I'm a huge fan of Lamb of God. They be doing that little talk stuff sometimes.
And if you want to eat that bacon, you're gonna have to go through me. And trust me, fella, that's something you do not want to do.
I don't know why I said fella. I should have said buddy. Okay, so let's click on this clip so we can just copy the lyrics over. We'll open this up, change it to vocals, get rid of these lyrics, put these. We're not going to say intro, but I am going to put the meta tag of spoken word and also say speech. Let's get rid of the style. Let's see what Suno said. Okay, cool.
If you want to eat that bacon, you're gonna have to go through me.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna EQ this a bit. I want it to sound more of like a radio effect. So let's go to the lo-fi preset.
If you want to eat that bacon,
We need to add a little chorus. This would sound good for like some clean singing.
I want to do
My bacon, never been taken
fight my army of sharks. Yeah, that's right. I got an army of sharks.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And once again, let's copy the lyrics. Belted male vocals, and then we'll put metal singing. Okay, I fucking love these vocals. But let's try to extract the stems. We can just do vocal and instrumental. And hopefully we can get a decent vocal recording to go with it. That actually did pretty good. Now let's export this as a full song and cover it once again so we can hear how it sounds as a whole.
I like to eat the bacon. I ate a lot of bacon. My phone is in my bloodstream. I've got the whole world and world.
You're gonna have to go through me. And trust me, fella, that's something you do not want.
My two-door bucket's never been taken. If you wanna take it, you're gonna have to fight my army of sharks. Yeah, that's right. I got an army of sharks. In my mind, they're mind sharks.
In this video, I'm going to create a Sabrina Carpenter song with only my voice. I'm gonna go to this, and I'm gonna select my microphone, and I'm going to arm it for recording. I'm also going to change this BPM to 104 and keep it on manual BPM. And I'm gonna click this little button so we got the metronome. I'm just going to beatbox out some drums. So now we're going to cover this full thing. I'm going to do something really simple. I'm just going to say funk drum because it seems like if I try to go too crazy with the prompting, Suno Studio is like, no. And just to give it a little tryout, I'm going to do audio influence to 100%. I'm getting crazy today. Must be all this lean. All right, I'm going to go to this arrow to preview version 1. Nope. Nope. Bad. So maybe audio influence at 100% was wrong. I'm gonna hit Control Z a couple of times and just undo. Now let's highlight this and cover it again. This time I'm gonna start with drums and then say funky, because it sounds like it went real strong into funk. And then I'm gonna take audio influence to 25, and in exclude styles I'm gonna put vocals, guitar, bass. So I just want drums. That's all I want. It's drums. Let's try out version 1. Okay, that's better, but it's still got vocals in there. I'm gonna put electronic funk drums. Weirdness down to 0, style influence to 80, audio influence at 25. Let's try this again. I'm gonna undo all this shit. I'm getting the drums I want today. Just drums, dance pop, funk pop. Version 1, let's hit it. Let's go. Had a bit of an 80s vibe, but I don't hate that. And now I'm gonna click Dissen and hit Control D. So that way we just got this drum loop looping. And I'm gonna just try to do like a simple little funky bass line. Let's get it crack-a-lackin'.
Bum, ticka bum, ticka bum, 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 ticka bum, ticka bum, bum, ba 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 bum.
Yes, sir. And let's open this up and change that to bass. I'm just gonna type in electric funky bass line. And in exclude styles, I'm just gonna have vocals, guitar, drums. And this setting for the advanced option seems to work the best. Let's cover. For the first time, it like copied my shit perfect. And it added a few little doohickeys that sounded nice. It might be a little too funky for Sabrina, but whatever. This ain't about you, Sabrina. Well, it kind of, the whole video is about you, really, but. So now we need to add some guitars. And usually these funky guitars are kind of like doing the same rhythm as the bass line with a few extra accents. I'll go to guitar and I'll just put guitar funky chords. And this little advanced options thing I got going on here, 0, 80, 25, seems to be doing the trick. So I ain't gonna fix it if it ain't broken. Damn. All right, we getting somewhere. All right, let's do a synthesizer now. We need a synthesizer. That's actually perfect. I must be a genius. Let's open this and we'll go to the synthesizer. We need the synthesizer. Oh my god, why do I keep doing that? I'm sorry. Let's say airy. What's that instrument they used to use all the time back in the day?
Welcome back to the grand finale. One correct answer stands between you and the biggest prize in television history. What do you say?
Yamaha DX7.
That is absolutely right. We won!
Let's try it. Pluck bells. I put synth bell at the beginning because Suno seems to take what you put on the front as more important. I don't know if that's true. That's not bad. Let's check out version 1. Both of them. So if you like both of them, you can actually select one of these and bring it to a new track. Now we can hide alternates, and then we've got 2 synths we can use. All right, so I'm gonna take the volume down on both of these, mostly on this one, and I'm gonna pan this one 73 to the right and this one 80 to the right. Let's see how that sounds. Now I just want to put an EQ on both of these because it's got some sparkly high end that's annoying my ears. So I'm just going to click the track and open up this little thing and go to track and go to the EQ. They don't have a preset for it, so I'm just gonna choose this one right here and change that to a low pass. Yeah, I think around 5K is fair. I'm gonna click this one and then just do the same exact filter shape. And just to keep this project organized, I'm going to mute everything else except for these 2 synths, and I'm going to export this as a full song. And I'm just gonna do the selected time range, so it only does this part. All right, now we can grab this and drag it in on its own track. And then I can delete this one and this one. and I can delete both of their tracks as well. So now we have the synth that is panned left and right here in this untitled section, where I cannot rename it for some reason. What happened? Now we got to add that background pad. That's going to really help the song sound more professional and help it stay glued together. Something really quiet in the background that just follows the song is good.
God, I thought I was gonna lose my breath and die right here on camera.
If y'all can't tell, I've been taking creatine lately, and I also upped my caffeine take a bit today. So I got my pretty little voice humming. You know what? I'm gonna duplicate it a lot of times, actually. Because it's a pad, I want it to stay the same for a very long time. So let's open this up and choose synthesizer, synth pad, background, consistent volume. I'm hoping that'll stop it from doing that developing over time thing that it likes to do with pads, but who knows? Let's hit cover. I don't like the sight of those waveforms, but let's see how it sounds. And I'm actually gonna solo this out. That sounds so good though. Oh shit. I got an idea. We're gonna use some of that. Let's just listen to the pad though in the beginning. I like the sound of that. Let's try the other one. I like that a lot. Oh, that's so pretty. Executive decision. I'm deleting this, and I'm taking this part, and I'm duplicating it, and this will be our pad for the whole thing. But, motherfucker, I want to take this. This is what I'm going to take, and I'm going to drag this to a new track. And I'm going to hide the alternates again so I don't get confused. And I'm going to stem this out because this has some good layers. So I'm just going to click this and go to that thingy and go to clip and extract stems, and I'm going to get all of them. Mainly what I really want is that synth playing along with the bass and guitar because that just sounds very nice. So I'm just going to throw the synth in there. Let's see how that sounds. That's so good. Also, I want to throw the bass in there. Let's solo this, see what the bass sounds like. So let's drag this bass to be on the beginning, and let's hear what our loop sounds like with that added electronic bass in there. Okay, it sounds good, but it's clashing with the other bass. So we're gonna click on it, go to track, and go to the EQ, and this time we're gonna select the high pass preset, and just get rid of the sub. So now it's just adding a little extra beef to our regular bass. I'm also going to add another band and make it a low pass so we can get rid of the super duper highs. That's nice. And let's also try dragging in the synth and see how that sounds with it. God, that's nice. I'm going to split this by hitting Control E and this part of the synth. That sounds like that'd be really good when some type of pre-chorus or something comes out. So I'm just going to drag this down to its own track and mute it for now, but we're going to keep this for later. And now let's go to our synth that follows the guitar and stuff like that, and let's high pass it so it's not interfering with the bass. And just to give it some sense of space, I'm going to pan that little baby 25 to the left, just a little bit. All right, now let's add a track, and let's just get some female oohs and ahs in the background. I ran out of breath. All right, I'm gonna click this, go to clip, and check this out. It's got our lyrics. Boom, so we can just copy those. Then we can highlight this and change it to backing vocals. We can just paste the lyrics in, and I'm just gonna copy that again, and I'll just put subtle female background vocals. But let's cover.
Harmonic distortion is your friend.
I agree. I'm actually, so I was just talking to Craig Bauer.
And let's hear what we got. I'm going to solo it this time because I want to make sure there ain't no drummies. Version 1. Sounds a little too emotional. But it sounds pretty. Let's try this one. I like that little ha ha Reminds me of Cry Wolf. If you know Cry Wolf, let me know in the comments. Boy, I don't know anybody who likes Cry Wolf or knows who he is. And he's, oh God, he's so good. And just like we did before, I'm gonna grab the other take and drag it to a new track and then hide the alternates. So now we got 2 vocals and I'm gonna pan one 61% left, 56% right. I don't know. We got a good starting off point. This is a good loop. And while we're here with a loop, let me give you a little rundown about song structure. So a lot of the times when I'm producing stuff inside of FL Studio, one of my ways of making a whole song is just by making a loop with a lot of elements, and then throughout the song you just take away stuff and add it back in. So when the verse comes in, I'm just gonna have these whittled drums. I'm gonna control D a bunch of times. We got some drummies, and then I'm going to control D this bass. So then everything cuts out except the bass. Let's see how that sounds. See, it makes it interesting. Listen to that contrast. And then right there, after you hear the bass for a little bit and it just like, it starts to get boring, we add in another element. Thinking maybe this synth. Yeah. So after this bass is done one run all the way through, we're going to add in a synth right there at 17. Oh, one thing I'm going to have going through the whole thing though is this pad. We need that all the time. Okay, and this is where we can bring in our synth from earlier. Let's unmute that, and maybe that could be, we can have the drums drop out and this new synth melody come in. All right, yeah, that's perfect. Let's split that and have that cut off. And then when this stops right here, we will bring all of our elements back in to be the chorus. I'm just gonna grab everything and copy and paste it. Pre-chorus to chorus will sound like this. All right, so now I just need to fill out this pre-chorus section a little bit, and after that, we're gonna get with actually recording the damn vocals, bruh. Okay, the first thing I'm hearing is that we need some background oohs and ahs right there. Let's fucking record that. Just like before, we're gonna do a little clicky poo on it and go over here and get the fucking lyrics. Go to this backing vocals, background female vocals, oohs and ahs. Yeah, I'm scared to touch any of this as far as the advanced options, so I'm not going to. Let's just cover. Okay, that works. Let's try version 2. Hell yeah. And you know exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep version 2 for right here, and we're gonna snag version 1 for another one. You know, we're gonna pan we're gonna pan one left and one right. And this time I'm just gonna do 100%. I'm feeling frisky. That is snazzy. Now I'm going to go to the bottom left corner of this audio thing to fade in the volume, because it has a little click on both of these. And that'll just make it have a smoother transition. I mean, we do have a click somewhere else that we need to fix too. I'm thinking it's the drums maybe. And let's do a little EQ to both of these. I'm just going to do a really simple low pass filter just to let it sit in the background a little bit more. Because we're going to have lead vocals at that part, so I don't want it to be too loud. Everything sounds good, but right before the chorus hits, I want to have like some type of drum feel. Boom, let's fade it out right there. All right, now I'm going to be either lazy or smart, depending on how you look at it. And I'm going to export this as a full song. So then that way, we've got the full instrumental done, and then we can drag in the full instrumental and work on vocals. And then that will be nice. So let's go to a new project, and let's just drag this in here. Let's go to where the first verse comes in, which is when everything drops out except for the bass. So So I'm just going to add a track. And before I actually record anything in, I'm actually going to use mumble mode, which I have a full video on. I'll link it in the description. But basically mumble mode is when Suno kind of just mumbles out some stuff and doesn't really give you actual words. And this is going to help me get an idea of the flow because I don't know how to flow like Sabrina Carpenter. So this is really easy to do. All you got to do is go to the lyrics and hit brackets and then do mumble mode, close the bracket, and then put A. And I'm just going to go back to the Suno GPT and I'm going to tell it to give me a studio prompt for a vocal that sounds like Sabrina Carpenter. And this basically puts the Suno GPT into studio mode where it gives you prompts specifically for individual instruments. And it'll ask you a few clarifying questions. You can answer them or not. That's good, I think. I'm just gonna keep that the same. It seems to work, and let's hit create. Let's try version 3. Okay, I really like that, so I'm gonna take this to a new track. I think that'll be a good flow for the pre-chorus. Let's try version 2. Okay, that's a great flow for the verse. So let's drag this one to a new track as well for the verse, and let's go through these different versions for the chorus. Okay, I like that flow for the chorus. There we go. So we kind of did mumble mode and did a little choppy, and now we got something. So we know Sabrina Carpenter likes to talk about, but I don't want to say that and get demonetized. So I got to come up with some lyrics that are a bunch of innuendos. And I'm trying to come up with a theme for this. I'm thinking it's a toxic ex, but you keep going back to him because he's so good. What a revolutionary concept that nobody has ever written a song about before. So I'm just going to sing in that kind of flow. And I'm going to pretend to be Sabrina. Tell me I should leave. I got to embrace my inner sass. But I can't really do it like that. When you see me move my back, does it make you want to blow my back? That's not very subtle, but whatever. When you see me move my back, does it make you want to blow my back? You and me like a hot dog and a donut. Copyrighted lyrics. You and me are like a hot dog and a donut. That's not. Oh my God, Suno. Why? Okay, what's another innuendo? A finger and a hand? Why not? Actually, yeah. Let's say that. And me like a hot finger and a hand. And me like a finger and a hand in a circular motion. All right, that's the verse, and let's see what we got for the pre-chorus. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Get it, boy, don't you get it? I'm with you, I'm in my feelings. Cause you and me are like a donut, a hot dog as well. I'm making sexual in your windows. Okay, I kind of like the miss you in the morning line it did. Yeah, we'll do something like that. I don't know, I'm just going to come up with lyrics off the top of my head. Baby, I miss you in the morning. Cause you got a member. Darling, I miss you in the morning. Cause you got a member that's the opposite of mine. Cause you got a member that's the opposite of mine. She doesn't have a member though. Whatever. So we're just gonna export all of these vocals. So that way we can drag it back into the project. So now we can delete this one. Now we have one clean file. And what that will allow us to do is to click it, go over here and copy the lyrics. We can open this up and go to vocals. I'm gonna keep the style the exact same. And let's go to lyrics and just paste that in. And we're just gonna select this whole thing and hope for the best. This is like a long generation, so I'm not sure. We're gonna try this with the audio influence down at 25, but I have a sneaky suspicion that we're gonna have to turn it up some to get the delivery right.
Tell me I should leave.
Okay, definitely gotta drag this over.
Tell me I should leave.
It sounds like some drums snuck their way in here.
Tell me I should leave, but I can't when you do it like that. When you see me move my back.
So I'm gonna extract the stems. We're just gonna do vocal and instrumental. Really just need the vocal. And before I play the full song, if there is anything else inside of Suno AI that you wanna see, let me know down in the comments. I'm gonna rip off my face, exposing my real face, and you're gonna carry the memory of that for the rest of your life. And then when you're a grandparent telling your grandkids about the PS1, you're gonna think of me and my ripped off face. Here's the song. Coachella 2026 was unlike any other Coachella ever. Karol G became the first Latina to headline in the festival's entire history. So in this video, I'm gonna make a song in the style of 5 Coachella artists, using only my voice in Suno Studio. And I'm gonna walk you through every single step, so stick around to the end because you just might learn something. Even though you're just a Reggie fan, yeah. I'm gonna start by going to suno.com and scrolling over to Studio. I'll click where it says Untitled Project and I'll click New Project, and I want to do something that's similar to Beauty and a Beat. So I'm just gonna go to where it says no input, and I'm going to change that to this microphone. And then to the left of that, I'm gonna arm this for recording, which just means that whenever we click record at the bottom, this is the track that will be recorded. I'm also gonna go to the bottom and change this to 128 because that is the BPM of Beauty and a Beat. And we're gonna leave this on manual BPM so that the entire track stays consistent with 1 BPM. Before we hit record, I'm just gonna click this button, which will have the metronome play like this, so we can keep beat. So I'm just gonna record myself singing the classic pop chord structure. Now I'm gonna do a little zoom in using control and the scroll wheel so we can get this more on beat. I'm going to go all the way to the left top corner of this audio waveform, which will allow us to drag it like that and trim it a little bit. Now I'm gonna bring this over to 1. I'm going to select this entire waveform and I'm gonna go down here and I'm going to change song to synth because I want a synthesizer. So since we're going for the Justin Bieber 2010s thing, I'm gonna go to style and I'm just gonna say 2010 synth super saw chords, and I'm gonna leave this on V5 instead of V5.5. I'm gonna turn the audio influence to 30 and I'm gonna turn the style influence to 70, and I'm gonna make sure that this is on cover. To the right of these you have these little arrows and you can use those to preview each version. Let's listen to version 4. That's pretty perfect. Let's try the other one. That's a little all over the place for me, so I think we're gonna go with this version 4. So I'm just gonna select this one, and on these 3 dots, I'm gonna choose hide alternatives just to keep it nice and clean. So now this is the one that we hear. In Beauty and a Beat, it goes from doing the whole super saw thing to going into a verse that just has bass and drums. So I'm gonna add a track, and let's just go ahead and get some drums. Let's change this to drums, electronic drums, drums only, floor on the floor kick. We did it! We did it! We did it! And we'll just have this come in right after the chord stop. Cool, now we can do some bass. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so Suno says that bum is copyrighted lyrics. Maybe duh is not copyrighted. Change this to bass, and I guess we're doing V5.5 now. And I'm just gonna say bass only. I'm scared to fucking say anything in here. Not bad. Let's try version 4. Alright, we'll use version 3, and I'm going to hide the alternative, and we have to change this a bit because Suno, for some reason, put it as 4 on the floor instead of like sidechain pumping. So we just got to zoom in a little bit and move this bass over, maybe to here. And then we'll duplicate it by hitting Control D. Right after that, we need to have the chords come back, but a little softer, so we can have that. All I need. Let's change this to synth, side chain, pumping, soft, super saw, synth. We'll leave it on default settings and hit cover. Not as soft as I was hoping for. I can work with that. Now let's get some build-up drums going. Snare, build-up drums. No. Nope, that's not great, but that's fine. We can work with that because we can do this. Take this snare, press copy or Control C, and go over here and press Control V to paste it. And now, whenever this ends, yeah, right there, we can just copy and paste this one and make it fast. Make sure it's on the grid. Control D a bunch of times. And then this one is where we'll go even faster. So I'm just going to do that by chopping this in half right there. Control D, Control D, Control D. Let's go back to our drummy poos. Let's show alternates because we did have another one. So now I'm going to drag that alternate over to a new track so we can use that for the drop drums. We can move that to right after the build up. Add a new track and let's get some type of drop bass. And let's actually change this to synth instead of bass, electro bass, vowel bass, sidechain bass, bass synth, drop bass synth. Sounds a little too brassy, but it's not terrible. Version 3. Let me see if Suno can understand waveforms. So let me say saw wave electric bass and try covering that again. All right, let's add a track and now let's get some vocals going. Girl, you're fine. Even though you're just a rat, you're fine. Yeah, yeah, oh. So now whenever we click this and we go to clip instead of track, it'll actually show the vocals. So I'm gonna copy those and I'm gonna click on this again and change this to vocals. And then the lyrics part, I'm just gonna paste this in. And it even did meta tags and everything for us. Male tenor vocals, pop boy vocals, auto tune, pop shimmer, delay, and reverb.
Even though you're just a rat, you're fine. Yeah, yeah, oh.
A little too much boy band. It's probably my fault for putting pop boy.
Girl, you're fine. Even though you're just a rat, you're fine.
For my last trick, I'm going to go to export as full song. That way we can do a cover of this in the create tab and hopefully make it sound listenable. So I'm gonna go back to create. Now let's just drag this over here, keep it on cover, keep all the lyrics the same. And now for the style, I'm actually just gonna go to the Suno GPT, which is a custom GPT I trained on everything I know about Suno so far and what other people have found out. And I'm just gonna tell it, give me a prompt for a song at 128 BPM, similar to Beauty and a Beat by Justin Bieber. Copy that and go to style, paste it in, except I'm gonna get rid of female vocals. It did that because of Nicki Minaj, but we didn't really do Nicki Minaj. I present to you Rat That's Got Some Cheese by Flustin Niebuhr.
Girl, you're fine. Even though
So for BPM, I'm going to go to 126. And we're going to record ourselves a nice little reggaeton beat. Reggaeton drums, Latin drums. And you know, we got to take the audio influence down to like 15. The style influence up to 75. That's actually way better than what I was expecting. I'm actually already going to go to the EQ and do a low shelf like this to make the bass a little bit heavier. I just took a break to listen to some of her music so I could get it accurate, and it actually sounds like she uses a little extra percussion in some of her songs. So let's go a little bit crazier with the drums. I doubt this is going to work, but let's just say Latin percussion. I mean, that's kind of close. It sounds a little offbeat. Well, this could be a good time to try out Suno's new time stretch feature. So let's double click it, which will bring this up. And we'll go to quantize, and we'll choose 1/4 note. And let's see how that sounds. That's close. Let's try 1/8 notes. I'm also going to use the EQ just to get rid of the low end, because it also did copy the boom, boom, boom. And I just want it to have the high percussion in there. Now I'm just going to add some guitar, and I'm just going to go for some classic Latin like A minor to E major. How is that copyrighted lyrics? That's still copyrighted? I'll just make up a language. Alright, I'm just going to go to guitar, and I'm just going to say Spanish guitar. And that's it. Why did I have to put in the voice? Now I'm just going to add a track. Instead of covering, I'm just going to do a song with this prompt I got from the Suno GPT. And then if it can just recreate this whole thing and make it a little bit more on beat, we can have something better to work with. Then we can get rid of the rest of it and keep this as just the song. Okay, it actually just gave us a really cool guitar melody. It actually sounds way better. Alright, I'm calling it on this one. Call it. I'm just going to go ahead and export this full song, and then I'm going to cover it to make an instrumental, and then we'll start adding some vocals. I don't feel like I know enough about this genre to keep going in any way that's productive for anybody. So let's drag that into here. And you can see Suno already did meta tags for what the instrumental sounds like. So I'm just going to copy and paste this again, so it'll make the song longer. But it'll say main section, then it'll go into a verse 1, and then verse 2. And we can grab our Suno GPT prompt again, but change that to 126. Alright, cool. That was a very good cover. Now we can go to these 3 dots and we can open in Studio. I barely speak Spanish, so I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna sing. I'm just gonna let it come out. Me llamo Keroji. No me gusta los hombres, me gusta, tengo hambre. Muy caliente. I think for the vocals, I'm gonna use V5.5 just because I can. Wow, it actually got the fucking it translated it to Spanish well. And we need to copy that to the lyric side, not the style. Silly me. Oh, and then we can take those female vocals from before that Suno GPT made us. I'm also gonna put flirty and soprano. And here's what we did for Carol G.
Me llamo Carol G. No me gustan los hombres, me gusta, tengo hambre. ¿Qué quiero decir? No sé, porque no soy hispana, no soy hispana. Soy pelón, soy gringo pelón. Soy gringo pelón, no soy jero. Yo soy pelón, yo soy gringo pelón. Yo soy pelón, gringo, no jero. Ay caramba,
one's gonna be particularly difficult for me because I don't listen to a ton of rap. I do know at least that this genre of rap would probably be good around 140 BPM. Let's start off with the drums again. I'm just gonna do like a typical trappy, you know, with, you know what I mean. Let's go to drums, 808 drums, trap, hi-hat rolls, crisp snare, thumpy kick. We have seen in the past, Suno does not do well with vocals to drums. Let's turn the audio influence down to 15 and the style influence up to 75. Kinda cool, this is a little weird. Let's try Atlanta trap drums. Maybe if I give it the genre, it'll help it out a little bit more. I think I'm gonna use this one, but I'm just gonna chop this up so it starts with the 808 bass right there. I'm just gonna try to cover this with V5.5. Maybe it'll do a little bit better. It's still weird with all the pitchy shit, but let's hide alternates and delete this. And now we can just do that and duplicate it. The melodies seem to be very like vibey and kind of like spacey. So I'm just gonna kind of freestyle over these drums and see what I can do. Let's actually do some bells. I don't see any option for bells, so maybe we'll do keyboard, synth bells, reverb, drench, spacey, vibey, FM bells. And for exclude styles, I'm just gonna put vocals again, and let's change this all to default settings and just see what it does. So that's kind of exactly what I was doing. Okay, let's hide the alternatives. I do want to duplicate this whole thing. Click this one and go to transpose and actually make that, let's try down 5 semitones. Nope, let's go -12, so it's an octave down. I'm just gonna bring the volume down on that. And I'm also gonna go to the EQ and take out the low end. Gonna high pass this to around here. All right, that's not too bad. Let's add a track. Let's try to get some type of counter melody going on. Apparently, dun 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 is copyrighted lyrics. The hell? Is that what you want me to do? If it says that is copyrighted lyric, I'm gonna run for president. Apparently, anybody can do that these days. I'm just gonna go to synth, but I'm gonna leave that same prompt because I do want something that's kind of bell-like, but I want it to be a little bit more synthy. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, we'll hide alternatives and we'll just have that one. I'll just grab that first part of it and duplicate it. So it's like that. Maybe we can try transposing that up. And just like before, we gotta go to this EQ and choose the high pass just to get rid of that low end. And I'm gonna get rid of some of the high end because that's eating up the hats. Let's get some type of sustained pad. Pad reverb. I'm gonna solo it this time. Let's check out version 2. Well, that's got the whole damn thing. So let's just take this little thing right here. Yeah, just like that. And we'll just duplicate that a bunch of times. Let's see how that sounds in context. Let's see how that would sound up 7. Maybe if we took out the low end. I'm liking this, but the 808 bass just ain't hitting hard enough for me. So one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the drums and I'm gonna go to the EQ again. This time I'm going to select this one, which is a low shelf, and we're just gonna bump up the low end. I really want the 808 to like Now I'm just gonna select this whole damn thing and hit Control D. Just duplicate the beat out. And I'm gonna talk about being Spider-Man.
Oh my god, I'm Spider-Man. Oh my god, I'm Spider-Man.
I'm just gonna type mumble rap, pop rap, vocals, heavy auto tune, vibey. All right, perfect. Let's export that. Go back to create and cover it. And for the style, I'm gonna just grab a prompt from the 10,000 Suno Prompts ebook by ChillPanic with 200 genres, 50 prompts per genre.
Also comes with a descriptor page for every genre, including genre tags, mood tags, instrument tags, and vocal tags.
And I'm gonna just grab this one because this is the closest to what we got already. And I'm gonna paste that in the styles. Behold, our Young Thug song.
Swinging on buildings, I've been up for a minute. Swinging on buildings on wires, I got bit by a radioactive spider. My aunt made, she raised me right in the Sandman, killed Uncle Ben. Oh my God, Uncle Ben dead, Uncle Ben dead. I don't want Uncle Ben to be dead, but he dead. I'm gonna get my revenge, I'ma get into the synth, I'ma get into the synth, I'ma get into the little black stuff that gets on my skin. I don't remember what it is. Oh my God, it's Spider-Man. Oh my God, it's Spider-Man.
I've been constipated.
So I'm just gonna set this to 80 BPM because I don't know. That's what the internet said. I'm just gonna do some shit and type bossa nova and hope for the best. That's Mario. How is that copyrighted lyrics? And I'm actually gonna go down to here where you can change the time signature, and we're gonna do 3/4 time signature because her songs do have a very like waltzy feel also. All right, so let's just go to keyboard and let's just type in jazz piano and hope for the best. That sounds a little too happy, but it might work. Hopefully I can at least do some like brushed drums. That seems pretty easy. It's just snake jazz. Alright, let's go to drums and let's just put soft brushed drums. I mean, not terrible. I wasn't expecting that to sound like a trap hi-hat roll for a second. I guess let's add some bass. This is new territory for me. I'm confused. Alright, we'll just go to bass and change this to upright bass. Solo this and hear it. Okay, that might work. And let's export this so we can cover it into a full song again because I grow weary. And then we'll just change this to be like more of a pop structure. So we'll have the intro and then we'll have the verse 1, chorus, verse 2. And we'll just get our prompt from the Suno GPT to be the style except for the vocals. Now that we have our cover, let's open in studio. Hey baby, I've been constipated. Now let's go for vocals and do female vocals, soft alto, intimate, breathless, smooth phrasing, gentle vibrato, and let's bring in the lyrics.
Constipated, it's the opposite of diarrhea.
I would like to publicly apologize to Laffy for what you were about to hear.
Hey baby, I've been constipated. It's the opposite of diarrhea. It won't come out. I've tried the squatty potty and I've tried it all. Tried a rain dance, won't cleanse my soul. It won't come out. I'm tired. I saw your dad, and he's sexy.
So let's start us up a new project. And we're going to make this 118 since that is the BPM of House Tour. And let's actually start with the bass instead of the drums this time. Let's change this to bass and let's say synth bass, wah bass, electronic bass, and cover. That was actually pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna keep that one. Okay. And let's add some like 80s type drums. Go to drums, 80s drums, 707 drum machine.
Yo guys, I haven't been making shorts, but you need to see this. There's a new AI music generator and it is coming for everybody's neck.
So close, but it's just, it has the voice. So let's just type in voice, vocals, and let's try doing drums only. And take the audio influence down a bit and the style influence up a bit. It's always the fucking drum. I'll make my own damn drums. Okay, here's the snare. And there's a kick. I can copy all that and then click here and go to paste, and that should line up on the grid. All right, there we go. Made my own fucking drums. Now let's just get some like synth stabs. Sounds gorgeous. It sounds gorgeous to me. Go to synth, and I'm just gonna put 80s synth stab, and that's it. I'm gonna try it with V5.5 just in case, because that's close but not exactly how I want it. Yeah, and I'm also gonna throw an EQ on it. We're gonna do a high pass. I'm gonna just add like some bells or something like that just to give it a little more interest. This one's really gonna be hit or miss. I don't know what Suno's gonna do with that. I'm gonna go to synth, electronic arpeggio, reverb. Bring that audio influence down since my performance doesn't make sense. Maybe we could try pitching it up an octave. Maybe if it's down a lot. Oh, it's just some little background vocals in there. Change this to backing vocals, and we'll just do female backing vocals, lush vocode vocals. That's exactly what I want to just delete that part. I don't want it like all the time, you know. I'm gonna do some vocals and just talk about stuff being sexy, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go for more of the talky Sabrina and less of the singy Sabrina, at least for the verse. I saw a cow. It's sexy. I saw a lemon. Sexy lemonade. Now we need to add some singing vocals for the chorus. Everything is sexy. Now I want to get some backup vocals to have like a, like I'll say this, I saw your dad, and then have like a group be like, so, and then it's like, and he's sexy, oh, you know what I mean? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I saw your dad, so, and he's sexy, oh, I saw a tree, and it's sexy, oh, I saw a cow, you did, it's sexy, and I gotta add one more little background vocal, just kind of doing a chord over the whole chorus. So let's not overcomplicate this. I'm gonna go to vocals, flirty, talk, sing, female voice.
I saw your dad,
So,
and he's sexy.
and that's gonna be our main vocal. Then for this one, we're going to change that to backing vocals. And I'm just gonna put group of sassy women. I don't know. This doesn't look good, but let's try it.
I saw your dad, and he's sexy. I saw a tree, and it's sexy.
Okay, we'll just have to chop this up ourselves and move it to be on beat.
Dad,
Alright, let's see if we can get some vocals with some harmonies for the chorus. Flirty, pop, female vocals, full stack, harmonies, full chorus. And I'm gonna bump up that audio influence a little bit, and also the style influence.
I think everything is sexy.
Perfect. So now I'm just gonna add a new track, and I'm gonna select this other one that we're not using and put it over here, and maybe this can be the background vocal.
I think everything is sexy.
I'm just gonna pan this to the left a little bit.
I think
And I'm gonna bring down the volume, and I'm gonna EQ it. I'm gonna do a low pass or a high pass, and I'm gonna do a low shelf. So it's like this. So that way it's kind of in the background, but you can still hear it. Let's export that. Go back to our create tab, and I'm gonna go to the Suno GPT and just tell it to give me a prompt 80s inspired, slightly funky, sexy Sabrina Carpenter song at 118 BPM. All right, we got that. So let's drag our carpet song into here. I would also like to formally apologize to Sabrina Carpenter.
I saw your dad, and he's sexy. Ooh, I saw a tree, and it's sexy. I saw a cow, you did? It's sexy. Ooh, I saw a lemon, sexy lemonade. I think everything is sexy. I think everything is sexy. Even horses, those are sexy.
Michael Jackson was known for a lot of things, including his incredible ability to sing, dance, and
An insatiable lust for the dead.
but what you might not know is that he composed his songs using only his voice and a professional team of producers and engineers. But if Michael Jackson were alive today, all he would need is his voice, Suno Studio, and an insatiable lust for the dead. So in this video, I'm going to attempt to make a banger with only my voice and Suno Studio. I'm just gonna record and let what happens happen. I was way happier than what I was expecting. Whatever the spirit wants, the spirit gets. That sounds like that would be a good melody for some brass, but I really like synthesizers. So I'm just gonna put synth. I want to be a little bit surprised this time. Let's go weirdness up to 60 and audio influence up to 40. I don't know. I want this to be a little bit different. All right, let's hear what we got. Here's version 2. Okay, God, I love that. Let's check version 3 just in case though. Damn, I want both of them. So I'm gonna drag this take to a new track. Boom. And I'm gonna select this version for this track. So now we got both the synthesizers. I used to skate Goofy Foot. Me too, bro. Okay, then I think we should add some drums. So I'm gonna add a track, select my microphone, arm it for recording. I gotta get better at beatboxing. Jesus. Oh, you can't really see my face anyways? Dang. Oh, because you're blind. I'm just gonna put drums, only drums. And just because it has a really hard time only giving you drums, I'm gonna put the style influence to like 80. And audio influence, I'm gonna set to 20 because when I do my voice with drums, especially when I go ka instead of going ksh, it likes to make it a beatboxed vocal instead of actual drums. Damn, that did really good. Ooh, I just got an idea. Let's duplicate this track with the synths on it. I want to turn this synth part into a bass. So I think if I cover this whole thing, so let's change this to bass. I'm just gonna put Moog bass. Ooh, did you hear that little vibrato? So now I want to go into some drums that are a little bit more chill. Maybe this one could work. Let me duplicate it. And I just want to add some type of like simple bass line. So it kind of like calms down a little bit and leaves some space for vocals. All right, and I sort of have a bass line in mind, but not really. I'm just going to kind of let the spirit take me. Take me, Jesus. Bow. I'm not recording. Damn it. I was feeling the spirit and everything. Losing my eyesight my whole life. I have about 1% left. It's like looking through a coffee straw and eventually we'll be completely blind. Jesus fucking Christ. That sounds awful. Alright, yeah, let's just click undo. I'm just gonna type bass. I don't know if I want it to be a Moog. I'm gonna turn the weirdness down to 0. Keep style influence at 80. Audio influence to 40. That's kind of nice. Okay, that's gonna be the verse. Now I've got an idea for like the chords to come in afterwards for like a pre-chorus. I think I'm gonna use a synth. I'm gonna use the Suno GPT, which is for free, and the link in the description. Studio prompt for 80s sounding chords. Oh, I gotta tell it to stop doing the BPM and not to have genres. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. The actual type of synth. Go into here, paste that. I don't like it. I hate it. This is pissing me the fuck off. You know what? We're gonna have to go into the DAW. Let's select this section. I'm gonna go to export and select the time range. Download wave. I'm just gonna make this unique as sample, and I'm gonna go down by 5, which is gonna be a 5th. And then I'm gonna take this original one again, make it unique as sample, and go up by 7, which is also a 5th. I'm gonna grab one more, and I think it should go up a 3rd. Nope, let's go up by 5. That'll work. We just have to take the pitch and automate it by 1 semitone for, oh my god, I don't even know how to explain what I'm trying to say. There's some times where it can't stay 5 semitones above the whole time, because then it'll go out of whatever key it's in. Yeah, I'll throw some reverb on it. Maybe I'll put some ensemble onto it too to give it like a little bit more of a synth type of sound. I'm just gonna export that. Now we can cover it, hopefully. I'm just gonna put synth chords. I don't know. I'm just getting tired of this shit, so I'll try that out. I'm going to duplicate this track, and then I'm just going to cover this with bass. And then while that's going, I'll duplicate it again, and I'm going to cover this one with strings. See how the bass sounds. And let's check out the strings. Maybe this intro could be the chorus also. I'm just gonna export this whole thing as a full song, MJ instrument, and then we can start doing some vocals. I'm giving it to the chat. What should this song be about? How about a blind guy wiping his ass and wondering if it's actually clean? That sounds good to me. I was wiping my ass. I was wiping my ass. That's fucking copyrighted lyrics. Let's go to vocals. Suno Studio mode prompt for Michael Jackson vocals. And then for mumble mode, it's really easy. You just put, you do one bracket, then you put mumble, and then you close the bracket, and then you put A. And yeah, then it's just gonna make a bunch of noises without actual lyrics. I can make a bad thing that does it. I want to bring this part of the vocal back over here. Let's get some lyrics. Okay, this is about blind people not being able to tell if they wipe their ass or not, or if it's clean or not. Oh man, that does have to be a problem. I can make a dookie in the toilet, but and then we should put in parentheses, toilet butter. I can never tell if when I'm done it's off me. I can't see. Oh man, I got permission from you, Blind Sight, so I'm not making fun of blind people. You are. I can't see shit because I'm blind. And let's just select this whole thing. Yeah, we'll just leave it all the same, the default settings, and we'll cover. I can make a dookie in the toilet butter. And just for fun, I gotta add some like Michael Jackson. That was good. We're just gonna say that. I can make a dookie in the toilet, but been producing music for 13 years, and then this Suno thing comes along. It's trying to put me out of a job. Well, I ain't going down easy. If I'm going down, I'm going down like mad. Hard. So in this video, I'm going head to head with Suno in a sample challenge. I'm gonna have 10 minutes to flip a sample the old-fashioned way. Then we're gonna take it into Suno and flip the same sample using Suno's new sample feature. There's going to be 3 samples, 3 challenges, starting with the easiest sample and progressively getting more difficult, like math. So our first easy sample is this 1950s soul thing I made in Suno.
And I'm through with the ring.
Because soul samples sound good no matter what you do. But there's a little problem. When I brought the stems in, they're not on beat. So this is actually going to be pretty difficult to do in 10 minutes. But I'm going to do it anyways because I'm that dude. So let's get started. Okay, so first, I want to speed this up a little bit. And also got to find sections I like.
I'm coming alive, coming alive. Yeah, but the storm is breaking.
It's got some nice strings and it's got very good vocals. This is like the perfect spot. And I'm going to just grab a drum loop just to get me started. I'm gonna take this vocal.
And I knew I was dreaming.
I'm gonna try to speed it up by like 4 semitones maybe.
And I knew I was dreaming.
All right, let's chop it like right here. Okay, this is coming together better than I thought it would. And I'm gonna throw some reverb on there. Come on, reverb, load faster. And we also gotta get rid of the low end. And let's throw a chorus to give it that like fucking. There we go. Give it like a little bit of detune or whatever. I need a vinyl crackle sound. Vinyl. Come on, come on, come on. All right, yeah, that'll have to do. So that was up, what, 4 semitones, I believe? Yep. So that's what we got to do with the rest of them too. Let me go ahead and get. I think it was the synth I liked. Let's go up 4. Oh, I actually might do this one lower. Oh, okay, that's got a nice steady one right here. And I'm also gonna make a copy of that and do it at an octave lower. We'll just have to keep this going regular. Oh, and we'll add a trance gate to it to give it some rhythm. All right, let's get that Camel Crusher in there, some saturation. Needs to be faster. We got some keys over here, a keyboard. I'm just chopping this up randomly. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, cool. Let's throw a bunch of reverb on that one, like completely drown it and let it just be in the background. Oh my god, bro, this was supposed to be the easy sample. I should have done 20 minutes, not 10, but whatever. So here's what I made. Alright, let's go to Suno, and we're gonna go to the 3 dots of this sample and go to remix/edit, sample this song. Just to make it fair, I'll go to around the same section I sampled.
When the sun is beaming.
And for the style for this, I'm just gonna go to the 10,000 Suno prompts ebook by ChillPanic. Comes with 200 genres, 50 prompts per genre, and a descriptor page for every genre. So I'm just gonna grab this boom bap one, and we'll just leave all the settings on default. And let's hear my defeat. Oh my god. Jesus. Oh my god. They're gonna take my job. I'm changing the rules. I get 15 minutes. And this is our sample, which is a shitty recording of me playing guitar. Timer has begun. Let's just get some drums. I'm gonna just search on Splice for indie kick. That sounds nice. Now we need to get a snare. Indie hat. Let's do it like this. And we need to edit the velocity of these hats, make them sound realistic. I do want a little tiny bit of reverb on that snare though. I'm gonna take a duplicate of that sample and I'm gonna do that thing I do where I throw a bunch of reverb on it. And to save time, I'm also going to use this as a pad by taking a duplicate of the already reverb one and pitching it down a whole octave. let's add some piano to kind of follow those chords. The only problem is my guitar's out of tune, so I don't think this is gonna work very well. Wait, my guitar is in tune, but a half step up? Okay, now let's just write a little melody. I'm just gonna go off the top of my head. I'm going with the tonal, and then the fifth, and then a third maybe. Make that like a little strum. And maybe I can copy this, post it up an octave. Okay, then we can copy the first part of that melody. Oh, we need to go F sharp. And this one down to D. And I'm thinking we make this one down to semitone. And then these two at F sharp. I think that'll sound nice. And then a D. 6, 7 minutes. Oh, let's get some strings in there. Oh, come on, Contact. Where my session strings at? Load, 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 load. And I'm just gonna kind of follow the chords. Okay, we've got the root note. Now we need to go up a fifth. All right, let's go up an octave too, and also go up that fifth. Nice. Let's take those bass notes and get them at a lower octave too. Now I'm gonna get just like some type of electronic element that's sort of rhythmic. That just seems interesting to me. That's what I want to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use a serum, and I think I'm just gonna go with one note the whole time. Just E. Ooh, too much. Change the attack envelope. Make that a little bit shorter. And then let's use this envelope so the low pass filter follows it. Fuck it, I'll add some vocals. Let's do it. Let's add them vocals. Hey, hey.
I was walking down the street last night.
And we'll put a little bit of reverb to compensate for my shit singing on that.
I was walking down the street last night.
27 seconds.
I was walking down the street last night.
I was gonna do more layers to that, but it's too late. This is what I got for the sample challenge. Once again, this is our sample. And this is my thingy with it. That's it. I feel accomplished. Let's go to sample this song. And since my song was kind of dream popish and indie, I'm gonna grab a dream pop type of prompt. And this time we are gonna have some vocals in there. So let's just go to lyrics mode, change it to auto, and I'll just say the lyrics that I said on my thing. I actually don't know if Suno's gonna beat me on that one, especially to be 15 minutes. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on, Lee. All right, let's see what Suno did.
When I saw you, I was walking on the street at night.
Damn it! Damn it! No! That was beautiful. This next sample is extra hard mode for me and Suno, because I generated a bunch of unhinged sound effects inside of Suno.
Oh my god, they're trying to take my Wendy's Baconator.
15 minutes on the clock, go. At least the pots and pans, I think that'll be easy to turn into some drums. I'm actually going to put these inside of Slice X, which is FL Studios, but you can chop stuff. So just gonna drag that in there, and then it kind of chops it up. Maybe I could get like a little bit D&B. Maybe if I do it fast and then change up the velocity so we can get some type of cool rhythm. No, it's not working. This is not working at all. I'm just gonna play these all at the same time and do what's called an arpeggiator on it. So basically it's just gonna go through these samples and play them one at a time. Okay, hold on. I just gotta find the right samples. We on to something. Don't lose faith. Don't lose faith. Let's do an ensemble, which is basically like unison. And this might be a little bit crazy, but I'm a crazy motherfucker. I don't know how to explain this to you. This is some deep shit. I'm gonna put a convolution reverb onto it. A convolution reverb basically can make one sound another sound, is the best way I can describe it really fast. So basically I'm gonna take one of these sounds, which is a chord played really fast at E minor, and it's gonna make those pots and pans be like E minor stabs. Now let's get that transgate again. Maybe give it some extra rhythm. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna make the tires screech kind of go along with the drum rhythm. And let's pitch it around, see if it can sound more in tune with the song. Damn. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm gonna add a disperser to it, which I don't have the time to tell you what that does. I'm gonna put like a lot of distortion on it just to change the timbre of the sound. Reverb. We cooking. See our next sample. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to stretch this really far, like time stretch it, and I'll just put that on the snare. Every time the snare hits, that'll hit. Okay, it sounds real bad, but we're gonna take our same convolution reverb and put it on this. That sounds fucking terrible, holy shit. Okay, now I'm gonna put a pitch shifter on it and automate it on and off so it can like change pitch. 1 minute, shit. DJ scratches, that shouldn't be too hard. God is with me tonight, because that's like on beat, and this is what I made. Once again, I'm impressed with myself. But let's see what Suno can do with some D&B. So I'm gonna copy a D&B prompt, and I'm just gonna take out the lyrics and let it do what it wants to do. All right, Suno, you're up. Okay, that's really good, but I don't hear much use of the samples, Suno. I won that last one, bro. You can't tell me no different. Now when you upload audio, Suno analyzes it. I'm just gonna say that this is a sample. To see how Suno described this one.
Experimental noise rock featuring aggressive, distorted male vocalizations. This track is built around a repetitive, heavy, percussive rhythm.
I'm just going to change this description to the best music in the world. So now we have our recording. Alright, so first, before we even like remix it, I just want to see what happens when we use the default lyrics that Suno gave us and also the default style. I just want to see what Suno thinks this is. For what I gave it, I mean, that's pretty crazy. I've never tried making noise rock before. I didn't even know that was a genre. I kind of want to see what it just does for the instrumental. So let's delete the lyrics and just make an instrumental. God. Hold on a minute. I have a playlist that's just called Sample This. Because, you know, I do like regular production stuff too. So sometimes I make stuff and I want to sample that. Now, I want to try to make this something beautiful. So we're going to do a remix. I'm going to go to the Suno GPT, which is a free custom GPT I made that you can get the link in the description. I just want it to give me the most beautiful prompt ever.
Give me something incredibly beautiful that would make angels cry. Every beautiful instrument together.
Can you pay me in advance, Snance? Got classical, neo-romantic, orchestral hymn. That's cool. I've never tried neo-romantic. I don't even know if that's real. Yeah, and let's get some lyrics for it too. Make the lyrics consist just words like that for the whole song. I'm gonna copy this style, paste that into the styles box. Let's grab the lyrics. But the kicker is I'm gonna set the audio influence to 100%. I want to see what it does with this. Reminder, this is what our sample sounds like. Oh, that brass! Oh my god! Oh my god. I'm saving that to my playlist too. You can make a mean trap beat out of that choir. That's ridiculous. Now I want to try the audio influence at its default setting of 25% because without all the it could actually make something beautiful out of that sample. You AI musicators cannot tell me that Suno is not one of the best things to ever happen for music when it does stuff like this. What are you talking about? But let's take it another step further. Let's actually go to sample and see if we can use the actual audio from that into a beat that actually sounds good using that actual audio. I bet you $100 right now that, well, I don't bet you $100. I bet you 15% of my soul that what Suno makes from this is gonna be gas. So let's go back to the Suno GPT and now give me a hip hop beat that has screaming vocal samples. And we're gonna leave lyrics on manual mode and we're gonna leave it blank because that will make this an instrumental. And we're just gonna select this entire piece of audio as our sample. I forgot to mention I switched it over to sample mode. I don't know if I said that earlier. And I'm gonna turn the audio influence up to, let's say 45%. And I'm gonna put weirdness at 60 just to give some extra variation. Maybe I overestimated Suno, but just give it a minute. It's not using enough of the actual audio we uploaded. There we go. Okay, so it took a couple tries, but we got it. Our next sample is the most notoriously bad sound. Let's download it. And by the way, if you haven't checked out freesound.org, it's fucking amazing for just finding free samples. And once again, I actually want to see how Suno interpreted this because it's really interesting. Whenever you like you can play guitar, you can do piano, you can give it melodies and stuff, and that's cool and all, but whenever you give it something completely unusable and then it tries to understand that as music, I think that's where you can get into the really dark corners, the gray areas of Suno, and get some like really unique things. And that's the main thing I want from Suno, because making something unique is difficult. So if we can come up with ways to do things that are more unique, I just think it's good for everybody. So let's bump up that audio influence to 40 and leave everything else at default. That would actually be like an interesting percussion loop to have. But what if we turn off the lyrics and the style and we put audio influence and style influence all the way to 100 and we take weirdness down to 0? What the fuck? That's smooth. I don't know if it's really using the sample at all. They think I play Jenga with cheese the way I'm stacking this cheddar. Okay, actually, let's just make this extremely easy for Suno. Let's go back to sample. It's gonna take like half of it. And then let's go to styles and let's just put rap beat. That's it. Nothing else, just rap beat. Let's do one with default settings and then one with audio influence, maybe not 100, 90. Here it is with default settings. So I didn't really use it much. It seems like sample mode still needs some work. To be fair, I'm giving it really bad sounds. And our next sound is something you have experienced every single day. Okay. And let's give it a go with just all those default settings again. Because really, I mean, that's giving the best result. was kind of gas. Pun intended. No, it was unintended. But I want to go to the Suno GPT again, and I want it to give me something like the rat dance. You know, the whole TikTok thing. And let's turn up the audio influence to like 50. Why not? I'm just guessing. Going too memey. It is turning the fart into a brass sound. This was all fun and games and whatnot, but there is something important you can learn from this. Whenever you're prompting out songs, bruh, just like throw in some audio in there. As you can hear, Suno doesn't always take the audio literally, and sometimes will barely even use it, but it does make it more unique. And if there's anything else you'd like to see or know about Suno AI, let me know down in the comments, or my ears are going to get ingested by my anus and I'm gonna spit them up.